Hello, welcome to the online meeting with SWPS University. This is our second one out of a series of webinars during which, with the help of experts, we will try to resolve any doubts regarding studying abroad. For the next few months, we will help you prepare for studying in Poland, and we will try to answer the questions that bother you the most. As you can guess from the title of the webinar, today we will talk about the process of getting a visa to Poland. This webinar is financed by National Agency for Academic Exchange. My name is Julia Jurek and I work for the admissions office at SWPS University. I am here today with Tomasz Lewsandowski, Ph.D., who is a coordinator of law studies at the Faculty of Psychology and Law in SWPS University branch in Poznań. Despite his academic achievements, he works as an attorney at law, specialized in the fields of personal data protection, labor law, and the law of higher education and science. Scientifically, he deals with public international law, international humanitarian law, of armed conflicts, and the philosophy of international law. Good afternoon, Tomasz.
Good afternoon. Hello, everyone.
Before we start, I would like to strongly encourage you to check the updates on our website. There are more meetings to come, which will cover the topics of job market situation in Poland, studying in Poland, practical aspects of daily life in Poland, and so on. My colleague Martyna is available to answer any questions you may have in the chat box, so do not hesitate to ask them. Before we begin, let's watch a short video introducing you to SWPS University.
SWPS University is not just an institution, it is a community of people, united in their efforts, their experiences, and their potential. This idea has been our guiding light since our inception, and through this, we believe that as a seat of higher learning, we must recognize problems, recognize possibilities, and take responsibility for finding solutions to challenges. We understand that nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. And only by building bridges between people and institutions, and by supporting our business partners, can we break outdated patterns. We know that numbers are important, but relationships are crucial, and therefore we focus on people. We know that the world is both a beautiful and frightening place, and that we can have an impact on social change. Therefore, we focus on hard and soft skills, but mainly on human happiness. We believe that our university's roots in psychology can provide a foundation for other areas of expertise, that a solid understanding of business allows us to better meet the needs of society, carry out projects and research, provide expertise, and implement innovation that brings together academics and entrepreneurs. That thanks to the processes and technology we implement, we can provide a comfortable work and life environment, even in difficult circumstances like the global pandemic. We popularize science in many, really many ways. And we recognize that these are effects of our work, and this, and this. We believe that this is a well-designed chair, tool, application, experience. And as one of the most active research institutions, we can foster collaboration between the most renowned experts in Poland and beyond. And that the best experts, researchers and practitioners from a variety of disciplines, can specialize in many areas, such as human development, mental health, socially responsible projects, accessible design, human rights, civil society, new technologies such as AI, UX, image management, sustainable development, management, zero waste, eco-packaging, and many other areas. We know that a modern university never stops changing. Therefore, as SWPS University, together with our partners, academic professionals, and students, we look to the future with courage. Not only are we ready for what tomorrow brings, but we can also shape the future. We, the university.
Thank you for watching the video with us. Now let's move to the main part of the webinar, and let's start from the beginning. Here is my first question to Tomasz. Let's say I got admitted into the university. What is the next step I need to take in order to join my first classes in October? Where do I go to get my visa to Poland, and how early can I begin the application process?
Well, first of all, when you're admitted to the university, besides the letter of admission, you will get a special kind of document or certificate which is prepared by the university based on the template regulated by law. This document confirms officially that you have been invited by USWPS University or any other university to study in Poland at this university, namely that you are recognized by this university and you do exist and you fulfilled all the recruitment requirements. Therefore, with such documents and your personal identification document, namely passport, yes, you need to have the first contact with Polish entities located, luckily, on the territory of your home country. Yes, therefore you need to visit the consulate. Yes, there are two possible places which you can visit. First of all, embassy of Poland, of the Republic in Poland, operating within your country, and sometimes in the embassy the consulate operates. This is a part of the embassy, because the ambassador and all these diplomatic affairs, they do not concern with visas and all these consular affairs. You need to get to consul, not to the ambassador. Yes, and sometimes, more often, especially in the European countries or in the countries in which Poland have strong international relations, like Ukraine, Lithuania, Latvia, Belarus, you may visit consulate, which acts separately from the embassy. Upon your arrival, you present all the documents and you apply for visa to enter the territory of the Republic of Poland legally. You do not need to get visa when you're the citizen of the European Union member state. Yes, this is much easier for you. Simply, you need to come to Poland already with such document, with this document issued by the university, and then all the necessary steps are taken here. However, due to the fact that a lot of our students are the students from so-called third countries, I highly recommend you not to forget that you need to get visa, and first of all, your obligation is to legally enter the territory of the Republic of Poland. Because if you fail to do so, then you're done. Yes, there is nothing which can be done for the legalization of your stay later on, because according to the Polish law on foreigners, if you enter the territory of the Republic of Poland illegally, then the authorities, they have no other possibility. There is no administrative discretion for them. They must simply deport you. Yes, they do not legalize your stay, and you're done, and your studies are impossible. And later on, you cannot get any visa to get back, especially that in accordance with the European law, which is implemented in Poland, while deporting you, the authorities, they will forbid you to enter the Republic of Poland and all Schengen area for at least 1 year. Yes, and that's really troublesome. And believe me, our officials, they do not want to harm you. Yes, but dura lex sed lex. Law is really hard, and this is simply 0-1 option. Yes, they do not decide upon it. They simply need to do it. So please take care of your legal ground to, first of all, enter the Republic of Poland, and this is visa. Yes, so you approach the consul and you apply for visa. You present, you fill the application form, which will be given to you in the consulate. Also, you can find it on the website of any particular consulate operating in your home country. You attach your passport, all the necessary documents in confirming that you are going to study in Poland, namely this document issued by the USWPS and all the other proofs that you will be able to live in Poland, that you are going to have accommodation here, enough money to survive here, etc., etc. And based on that, the consul is issuing you a visa. With visa, you cross the border, you appear at the university, and for the time being, for the time for which visa is issued, and it's maximum 1 year, yes, you are free to study in Poland. But you may ask, if visa is valid only for 1 year and the studies at SWPS are quite longer, at least like 2-3 years, depending on the special course you took. Yeah, for example, for last studies is 5 years. Yes, so it doesn't mean that you need to get visa 5 times. Yes, simply when you enter the Republic of Poland and you already get in touch with the university, even if you start your studies, you get your accommodation and you feel casually adapted, at least partially, in the Republic of Poland, then you need to start to legalize your stay as student. That's the second part.
I will just mention here that we covered legalization of stay in the last webinar, so you can still find it online and hopefully watch it. I will go to my next question. What if in the country where I live, there is no Polish embassy? Where should I go then?
Well, Polish diplomacy and Polish consular relations are quite wide. Yes, so in a lot of countries we have our consulates, but there are countries where there are no Polish embassies and Polish consulates, which is not equal with not having diplomatic or consular relations, because they are like separate things. Like Poland, as a really friendly country, loves every state. Yeah, we do not have any blacklist states or someone we didn't like. We are treating every state as the equal member of international community with which we would like to cooperate and to have as much friendly relations as possible. But you know, to have embassy or consulate, you need to rent premises or buy premises, and it costs money. So we cannot have these premises in like 200 states in the world. Yes, therefore the priority goes for the states in which Poland has a particularly important role to fulfill, to have like bilateral relations or multilateral relations, and the long history and tradition of international relations. However, it doesn't mean that you are done and you cannot, if there is no embassy or consulate, that you cannot study in Poland. Obviously, first of all, you can go to the neighborhood country, yes, in which such embassy or consulate is. Yes, and you may get there the same treatment as if it would be located in your home country. That's the most common way to do so. In some countries, for example, like in France, we have many consulates. So, for example, if you live in Paris, you may go to, obviously, to get all the relevant documents in Paris. However, if you live in Nantes or in Bordeaux and in Toulouse, then you may find different consulates located there as well. So you're not forced to go to get the Gévin to go to Paris and to spend the whole day there. Yes, it's much easier to get. I would also recommend to find the closest consulate to your hometown, to contact with them, especially if they are located in the neighborhood country, and to ask how your application may be proceeded, because obviously we are in the 21st century and a lot of things can be done online. However, still, with the treatment of foreigners, the law and the consul himself or herself requires like to see you in person. That we do not issue, as any country, we do not issue virtual visas for someone we meet online, even if such meeting is via Skype or some other things. Yes, but all the instructions you can find on the website of particular consulate or of Polish Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Please check them. They're available in English, because having to go to another country for consular advice is not uncommon thing. So we are prepared to help you as much as possible. Also, the second option is, sorry for not letting us in, Poland is in the European Union, yes? So you may try going to the consulate of other member states of the European Union and get so-called Schengen visa, yes? And with Schengen visa, which is like the best visa ever, yes? Because it allows you to travel through all the European Union, sorry, not all the European Union, but all the Schengen area member states, yes? Therefore, for example, you can go to the consulate of Spain, yes, and then get Schengen visa, which will allow you to obviously enter Spain, yes, but later on you can enter also other member states, and then decide whether you would like to stay in Poland or in Spain. Taking into account that you are going to study in Poland, obviously your choice should be Poland, not only because the weather is much better than in Spain. In Spain, you're simply forced to get sunburn all the time, and here you can get sunburn, you can go to for skiing and do everything you want, yes, but it's really important to get and decide upon which approach you would like to take, because Type D visa, like this typical Polish visa, which allows you to enter the Republic of Poland, and Schengen visa, they are totally different visas. And the requirements to get any of them is quite different. Yes, it's obviously easier to get, in my opinion. Some people say that it's more difficult. It's easier to get Polish visa, especially in Polish consulate, than get Schengen visa. Yes, the requirements are tougher because obviously you can do more things with Schengen visa. However, in practice, there are like some Schengen area member states in which like Schengen visa application is not so, maybe not troublesome, but you know, the conditions are the same, but the authorities are quite open-minded and easygoing with giving you the Schengen visa. This is not any kind of legal recommendation, like, but I've heard from a little bird that the Portuguese authorities are quite eager to give Schengen visas for applicants who would like to study in Poland. In my legal practice, I had some cases of people who were coming to study in Poland, and their first entry was based on the decision of Portuguese authorities allowing them to travel through the European Union. Yes, so hello Portugal, thank you for that.
So I just wanted to clarify. So if someone enters Poland on Polish visa, type Ds, they aren't allowed to travel throughout the Schengen zone.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. It doesn't work like that. Yeah. European Union is not a state. This is a simple international organization, and every member state has its own territory upon which it exercises full sovereignty, including the protection from illegal migration. European Union as such doesn't have any territory. The territory belongs to the member states. Yes, so do not think of the European Union as the state that if you can enter one state, yes, then you can move freely through all the other states. That's really common mistake, and it happens a lot. Yes, because this is a myth, and I'm a myth buster here. So please don't do it, especially right now, already after COVID. Again, traveling through the European Union is quite easy through the member states of the European Union. There are no border checks. Yes, obligatory border checks, but they happen. For example, right now, if you travel from Poland to Germany using popular mean as Flixbus or whatsoever, like 70% that you will be checked by the German border guards already on the territory of Germany. But I had a lot of cases. A lot of my friends when I was a student, also international student in Lithuania, and through my legal practice, that some students, especially from Asia, from Far East, from far away from the European Union, and also from the United States, they thought, yeah, I'm in Europe. Yes, I got visa there in the European Union, so I am traveling like from Ohio to Alaska. Maybe not. This is not a good example because there is Canada on the way, but through all the states, it doesn't go that way in the European Union. Even though you can travel freely and there are not of the border checks do not apply like as obligatory element of your travel. If you are caught, and you may be caught even if you stay in Poland. Yes, I had a case of a Nigerian student who was studying in Poland like for 6 months. She also applied for the temporary residence permit as a student, and she received a negative decision. Yes, based on the fact that after 6 months she got visited by border guard, and they claimed, come on, like, you came here from Hungary and you had only valid legal ground to enter the territory of Hungary and not Poland. Yes, and she crossed really easily. She took a bus from Budapest to Poland. Nobody like caught her at the border. Yes, but later on they checked her and they claimed that you entered illegally. And what was the case later on? Like she got deported. Yes, and in the decision she was banned to enter any Schengen area member state for 1 year. Yes, namely, like, her studies are done. Yes, and there was nothing to be done, because this is like 100% coming from the law and not from the decision of authority. So please do not make that common mistake. Like, we are integrated within the European Union. Like, we love each other here. Like there are no quarrels. Obviously, like, the Poland is the best country in the European Union, but it doesn't mean that even though we are the best, if you can enter Poland, you can enter any other territory based on decision of Polish consul, unless this is a decision on Schengen visa. So what else I could do from all my narrative? Please do not think that you need to apply for Schengen visa all the time because it's the best thing you can do. And if you don't get Schengen visa, then you can try with Polish visa. It doesn't go that. There is no hierarchy between these visas. They're totally different visas. If you need to go to study in Poland, let's start with Polish visa, because you will get it. If you get Schengen visa, okay, but if you don't need the Schengen visa, then do not apply, because sometimes if you don't get this Schengen visa, this may cause troubles to get even Polish visa. So, for example, if you are in Poland, yes, you study at our university, and then as every international student, you would like to travel, yes, you stay in Poland for 5 years, yes, and you would like to get your holidays in Spain, in France, in Italy, in Greece, then you can freely check what are the entry requirements of these countries, and then fulfill them. They are all the consulates of these countries. They are also in Poland, and you are free to visit them. Yes, but always be precautious. Yes, take precautions, because if you cross the border illegally, any border within the Schengen, you are done, and nobody is going to help you, especially our university. So the only help you get is right now. So it's better to take care of that before any mistake is done.
Thank you for clearing this out for us. And moving on to the next question. We as SWPS University provide students with acceptance letter, decision on admission, confirmation of tuition fee payment. What other candidates may our students need for their visa application?
Passport, obviously, like identity card to confirm that you are you and you are able to travel abroad. Yes. Also, what might be necessary is the confirmation of accommodation. So, for example, that you have the rent agreement. If you would like to rent a flat, it doesn't need to be binding rent agreement, but for example, like pre-agreement, like pre-contract, in which will be stated that if you would come to Poland, such entity will rent you a flat. So obviously you don't want to get bound by any contract and by any financial obligation before you enter the Republic of Poland, but it is necessary to point out where you're going to sleep. From my practice, students very often showed the letter from the university that there is a place available at any kind of dormitory in Warsaw and in Poznań, especially in Poznań. It's like across the street from Poznań's campus of SWPS. So please, if you are considering studying at our university, do not forget about Poznań. Poznań is much better than Warsaw. We are closer to Berlin. We are, we are the engine of Poland, yes, and we are called, as the most open-minded city in Poland, and we have this private dormitory. And whenever I go to the university, I see a bunch of international students from all around the world, yes, and they live there. It's really cheap, and they issue you the document that if you come, there would be a place for you, so you can book the place. Make a reservation as in booking. Also, you would need to, upon the request of consul, to present how are you going to not only get accommodation, but to live in Poland. And there are like lump sums of money you need to declare that you will have in order to survive in Poland. These lump sums are not much. Yes, it doesn't mean that Poland is so cheap and poor or whatsoever, but we are so open for everyone to come here that we do not raise our expectations high. So you would need to prove, for example, that you got a scholarship, so the scholarship is filling all your money, that you have the funds. So, for example, you can present the bank account records that you have such money, or later on, if you already entered the Republic of Poland and you would like to have the temporary residence permit, not only based on studies, yes, but also, for example, for employment, you will show your employment agreement, but that's the later part done here in Poland, yes. But the full list of documents you need to present to get visa is listed as the list of appendings on the application form. So whenever you enter the website of the consulate, please check what are you required to bring, because it depends on from which country you are, what are you going to do in Poland. For example, people coming here to work, obviously they do not present any letter from SWPS because they're not going to study here, yes. Please check it even on the day you have the meeting at the consulate, because it changes quite often. It changes quite often, especially due to implementing any new legislation or having the migration issues which are really common in the European Union. We're still dealing with this so-called migration crisis, and a lot of legislation is going to appear. Some states have easier requirements. Some citizens of some states have easier requirements to enter. For example, Ukrainian citizens, not only because of war, but even before. But right now, they can really easily enter the territory of the Republic Poland, and later on, at least right now to the end of June 2024, but it will be prolonged due to the European legislation, have much easier requirements to fill. Also, students from Kazakhstan, Belarus, and these states culturally and historically connected with Poland.
Since you mentioned employment, my next question is, if many candidates wish to work during their studies, tell us, can you work on a student visa? Does it depend on the type of visa you're on, or whichever visa you choose, you get, you can work?
Can you repeat, please, the question?
Can you work on a student visa?
It depends on which visa, which type of studies you are going to conduct. Because in Poland you study like part-time or full-time, which in practice means that full-time it's Monday, Friday, and part-time is Saturday and Sunday. If you receive a student visa for full-time studies, it should get annotation on this visa, like student visa annotation, possibility to enter the labor market. So it's one visa taking care of everything. However, if you come to study in Poland for part-time, that doesn't that doesn't happen. Yes, so you need to get so-called work permit. Yes. In order to get the work permit, first of all, you need to get a job proposal. You need to sign the contract, and then you apply for the temporary residence permit. Based on your employment. So it's outside of education. It's different legal ground to legalize your stay. In both cases, even when you apply for your temporary residence permit based on education or based on employment, the moment you fill the application, and it's also really important, I also stated it during the last webinar, the moment you fill the application, you are already legally in Poland until the negative decision is issued. The negative, yes? So you are already in Poland. However, the only problem is that when you wait for this decision, you might have troubles coming back to your home country to visit your family, because if you leave Poland waiting for this decision, then you need to start everything from the beginning, and you need to get again visa to enter Poland. Yes, and for some foreigners, especially students, that's really troublesome, because the biggest migration problem, in my opinion, in my practice, is the fact that even though law on foreigners exactly say that Voivoda has 30 days to decide upon whether you will get TRC or not, yes, in practice, such decision takes around sometimes even 2 years. So for 2 years, you're legally in Poland, but you're stuck to Poland, yes, which is lovely because we're a big country, yes, yes, but I know some students who have family struggles, you know, a kind of nostalgia. They miss their grandmother. They want to go visit for Christmas or for any other national holiday, and they can do so. Nobody's like chaining you here, yes, so you can do so, but later on you need to get visa to get back, and that's stressful and complicated.
Speaking about families, some of our candidates ask if their family members can join them on their student visa.
No. They need to get their own visa. Yes, visa is not only like a piece of paper or a sticker put in your passport, this is the administrative decision issued by the Polish authority. And this decision is individual and appointed to a single person, namely you. If you would like to take anyone from your family, even children, minors, you need to legalize their entry separately. There are no group visas. Yes, Sorry, it doesn't work anywhere like that. So we are not. This is not the unique Polish solution. So if you get visa, you're not packing all your family with suitcases and based on one decision. They are not like family decisions, city decisions, or anything. You need to get them visa separately. However, it's easier, yeah, especially if you have children. Yes. Obviously, the consul should not refuse to give visa to your children if you get the visa. Yes, it's not automatic. Yes, that if you get the visa, your children will get visa too. Yes, but from practical point of view, you may say so that it's much easier for children, especially. For your spouse, not necessarily, but who would like to get to Poland with spouse? Please come here to find a spouse. Yes, but not bring your spouses. Just to study freely, to focus on your study and not your family life. Yes.
What if my visa application is rejected? Is there something I can do?
Well, it happens. Yes, it happens that the visa gets rejected quite often, but it's not from my point of view, it's not because like the consul is angry with you or Poland hate you or whatsoever. The problem always is a formal one, that you lack some documents, something is not valid, that you presented a wrongful argumentation. So in 100% the problem is about you. Therefore, once again, I underline, please check everything. You need to contact with consulate. They will tell you in your mother tongue what you need to bring to the consulate in order to have 100% chance to get visa. But you know, some mistakes happen, and the negative decision doesn't mean that it's final. Yes, the decision when issued is not final. You have like 14 days to maybe it's not called the appeal, because you are not appealing to the higher authority than consul. You simply ask the consul for reconsideration. Yes, and then the consul takes your case once again, checks it, and then he may issue a visa or he may not. If the consul twice, for the second time, refuses you to get visa and you think that such refusal is in violation of law, yes, then you may apply to file a complaint to the administrative court in Poland. Yes, and you may ask, come on, I'm in my home country, far away from Poland. How can I file a complaint in Polish court? Luckily, you can do it online. Yes, you can do it online or traditionally by post. Yes, it's easier to do by post simply because to get it online you need to have a PUAP, namely requiring you to have a parcel number. So not so easy, but you can do it by writing. You can send a letter to Polish administrative court and then fill the complaint. You will be asked to pay some money to do so. So the court will send you back like how much money you need to pay for the consideration of your case, and then the court located in Warsaw, regional administrative court in Warsaw, will deal with your case, and that it should take around, I don't know, 7-8 months probably. But this is really rare example. I never had a case in my practice. I never had the case that someone did not get visa. If someone did not get visa and came to me, what was the problem? I simply explained, you lacked this, and that, and there was no mistake. Yes. So my practice shows me that the fault is always on the applicant side. Sorry to say so. Yes, but the reason of this of visa refusal is that the applicant is not prepared, and the applicant is not prepared because he or she did not ask. So asking questions is the most important thing.
If it turns out that you cannot join our classes in October, either due to visa rejection or even if you change your mind, please remember to officially resign from studies and request a tuition fee refund via the application form. If you make the request by the end of September, we will refund the entire amount. So it's very important that you make that official request. Let's move to my last question to you, Tomasz. Let's
Yes.
say I successfully went through the visa application process and I received my visa to Poland. What documents should I have with me on my flight to Poland? Is there anything I should prepare myself for?
You should prepare for the most wonderful adventure in your life, first of all. So take everything which will help you to have such adventure, like start writing a diary, open your TikTok or Instagram, because obviously this will boost your contacts, maybe become a YouTuber whatsoever, but taking account serious. When entering the Republic of Poland, yes, you will need to cross the border, yes, physically, either at the airport or in the field, as I call it, yes, and then you will meet a really nice guys from Polish border guard. I simply love them. If I had to make a, like the top list of Polish officials in uniform, the Polish border guard would be the top. Obviously, I love every uniform, military, non-military, but border guards, from my perspective, like they were always helping foreigners to get through. If even they catch you illegally crossing the border, first of all, they would propose you, please, before at the meeting that you cross the border illegally, maybe you would like to apply for a refugee status, which will grant you stay in Poland at least temporarily. So they will give you all the possibilities to stay. Yes, and the border guard obviously doesn't act that if you lack some documents, they will put you in the detention camp and then send you away, in some cage or whatsoever. They doesn't act that way. They are really, really helpful guys. Even today, I had phone call to the border guard in Silesia region. Like, cheers to them. They help a lot. So don't be afraid of Polish border guard. Yes, that's some really black legend about them, that they are like the bad guys here and they protect Poland from any foreigners that doesn't. They obviously protect Polish borders, but taking into account human rights of everyone coming here, and they're especially lovely to students. But what they are going to do, they will obviously ask you for a passport. Yes, they will check the passport, they will check the visa. If everything is okay, then they will let you enter the Republic of Poland. But at the same time, that's really lovely thing that the border guard, they have the access to the Poland system. Poland system is the university system, like the university and science system, like online system, in which universities fill all the relevant data, not only concerning international students, but academics, students, and whatsoever. So when you are admitted by the SWPS university, you get this confirmation you're in. Yes, you're positively enrolled, whatsoever. Then SWPS is putting your name and data in this Poland system. And the idea is that this system doesn't work only for universities, but also the border guard has the access to the system. So immediately, if they will be checking your passport and your visa, the system will point out, yes, Mr. X, Mrs. Z, they are in Poland system, meaning you're welcome, everything is correct. But when the Poland system states that you are not there and your visa is a student visa, then the problem will appear. Doesn't mean that you will be expelled and put in the plane back. Simply the border guard would ask you to wait, and they will contact university to check whether they know you or no, and then all your further studies and your life would depend on Miss Julia Jurek, who will be like Julius Caesar, stating that if you are in or down, so she will be acting as the border guard messenger
That's
here.
True.
Yes, and sometimes the border guard checks that. Yes, so the university is always in full cooperation with border guard. Please be aware that if you skip classes too much and the university doesn't know why, yes, we are also required by law to inform all the relevant authorities like Vojevoda and border guard. If we do not inform them that you disappeared, that you were expelled, or that you finished the university, then the university has problem with any other international admissions. Yes, so you need to stay in touch with the university if you would like to have a pleasant stay in Poland. Pleasant stay meaning not necessary visits from border guards or police or any other authorities.
I would like to mention here that if you get accepted based on tuition fee payment, you are required to provide your original documents to the admissions office upon your arrival to Poland. We will need to verify your original diploma, transcript of grades, and any other documents that were verified in scans during the admission process in order to confirm their authenticity. So it is very important that you take those documents to Poland with you so that you can show them to us once you arrive to Poland. Tomasz, thank you so much for clearing everything up for us. I believe our webinar is coming to an end. I strongly encourage you to check out our website where you can find the list of upcoming webinars. Make sure to register for them so that you do not miss any event. You can also book a consultation with one of our ambassadors, students and graduates from SWPS University. They can share the student experience and talk about their process of moving to Poland, perhaps even in your native language. Make sure to check it out. Martyna will share the link in the chat box. I would like to thank you, my guest, Dr. Tomasz Lewandowski, for a great deal of useful information for which I'm sure many of the future students will be very grateful. And thank you, our audience, for joining us today and for all the questions in the chat box. The next webinar will be on May 7th, and we will be talking about the job market in Poland, a very interesting subject, so save the date. Thank you for today.
Thank you.
And see you next time.
See you next time.